Hey guys, it's Ian here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're doing a Sunday back issue review. Today we're looking at a bunch of Marvel books that I have. Most of them I got for free. Actually, I think all of them I got for free. There were books that were given out throughout the year for whatever reason, right? So we're going to be looking through them. There's about, I guess, 8 issues total to cover, but most of them are going to be pretty unimportant, or I'm not going to have much to say about them, so it should be a pretty quick video. So let's start with August issue of Marvel's must-haves. These are these really interesting, thick, big collections that Marvel gives out for free. Well, I'm pretty sure comic book stores have to pay for them, but for fans, for people that go to the comic book shop, these books are free. And the concept behind these is that it gives you a bunch of different issues that Marvel thinks are relatively important or meaningful in some way in order to try to get you to buy some of their series, right? And it tells you, where they're collected and how and stuff like that in the back here. So the Marvel must-haves issue for August 2024 had the Spectacular Spider-Man, it had Gods #2, and it had Avengers Twilight #1. And I gotta say, the only one I liked was the Spectacular Spider-Man issue. It's not the best. I actually think it was fine. It wasn't amazing, but it was pretty interesting in some ways. And I thought the artwork was pretty fun. It has a nice cartoony vibe to it that reminds me of Ultimate Spider-Man, like the original one, right? I don't think it's made by Bagley. It's penciled by Humberto Ramos. And I do like this style, but I think the coloring is probably not my favorite. The story is pretty interesting, and this is my favorite part of this. I really enjoy how this looks. I think it looks really, really nice. So many people, so many interesting characters, and so many cool designs, right? The Gods issue doesn't really matter to me. I think it's fairly cool. The character designs are interesting, but the story was pretty bleh. It felt very uninteresting. I don't really care. And Jonathan Hickman is not a creator that I care enough about for me to be carried through just because of that. And Avengers Twilight was a big disappointment. I've seen the Comic Pop video about this. I know the story is pretty cool and interesting. And I think Chip Zdarsky is probably an interesting writer. I just didn't enjoy the artwork that was featured here at all. I just, I don't think it was for me. I'm not really sure what about it exactly was bad. I just don't like this sort of like sketchy, not really detailed kind of artwork. It almost feels a little bit like whatever Blade Runner is supposed to evoke, whatever feeling Blade Runner is supposed to evoke. That's kind of the feeling that I got out of Avengers Twilight, out of that artwork. But it's not something that I enjoy looking at visually all that much. So it was pretty disappointing in that sense. So that's it for the issue for August 2024. There's also Fantastic Four Trick or Treat. I can't remember from when this was. I think this was from Halloween 2024. But I got this much later on in the year, and this was pretty fun. The artwork is nice. The creators here are pretty good. The artwork is by Ivan Coelho, who I love. I think his art style is great. There's only one issue with that, and it's the way that he draws the Thing. Because the Thing is basically a body, and then his head doesn't have a neck. So it just looks like it's floating there. And I don't like that all that much. But everything else about this was pretty awesome. I love the Fantastic Four dinosaurs. And I really, really enjoy the concept of the way that the issue resolves itself. Where it's like Doom and Tyrannosaurus Doom are both there. They're both wanting to take over the world. And the only way for the Thing to beat them is to get them to beat each other. And I thought it was great. It was very well executed. I thought that there was a lot of thought put into that in a way that was very satisfying. So I enjoyed that. So Fantastic Four Trick or Treat was awesome. The Dinosaur Fantastic Four is great. I wish that they gave us a full run of the Marvel Dinosaur universe. I think that'd be really fun, but I don't know. We'll see. And then I read the Trick or Treat Spider-Boy, the Webless Wonder issue, and I did not enjoy this one at all. It really was quite boring. The only thing I did like was the creature design for these, villains that he has, right? Because Spider-Boy has, like, Spider-Man derivative type villains. And so where Spider-Man has the Rhino, he has this elephant thing, and it was pretty cool. I like the concept behind that. I just don't care about this character. I don't necessarily even understand why he exists or anything like that, and I'm not caught up with current Spider-Man lore to bother to understand it. So yeah, but I do enjoy some aspects of it, like Peter dealing with like a young, you know, prepubescent sidekick is pretty fun. It's just not my favorite. Like, I'd rather it be his kid than some random child that he found on the street or whatever it is that this kid's backstory is, right? And then the final must-have here is the 2024 December issue of Marvel Must-Haves with this awesome cover, which doesn't match the artwork inside, even though it's pretty close. But the coloring and style is a bit different. And I really love how this looks. I think it's phenomenally done. I really like it. This one features Hulk #3, Spider-Gwen and the Ghost Spider #1, and Daredevil 227. And they're collected in these books, or whatever you want to call that. I guess these are the issues that they're collected in. And the only one I liked was issue 3 of the Hulk. I thought the artwork was awesome, although I don't necessarily like the coloring. And I think that's just an issue that I have with old school Marvel, or Marvel from the 2000s, I guess. And I liked it. I thought the introduction of the Abomination was cool. I think that the idea that Banner's in prison, but there's still a Hulk out there, is awesome. You know, what's going on with that. I really enjoyed it. I might track this down. I think this creative team did a pretty good job with it. Let me see who it was. I can tell you much more clearly here. So Jeff Loeb is the writer, Ed McGuinness is the penciler, and I do love Ed McGuinness's artwork. I think it looks really cool. The inker was Dexter Vines, the colorist was Jason Keith, who I didn't like that much, and the lettering was by Comic Craft, which I think is a team of people. We also had Spider-Gwen #1. Apparently this Gwen is like the Spider-Verse version, and she wants to be Gwen because she doesn't want any name. She wants to be herself because it's the only thing she has left. She saves people from, you know, at a bank. The TVA gets mad at her, and she's gonna keep doing it anyways. But it was not that interesting. I don't care about Spider-Gwen beyond the Spider-Verse movies, right? The artwork was fine, but not my favorite. I don't think it was bad, but I don't like it. And then the Daredevil issue, I couldn't even bother to finish reading. Because 1, I don't care about Daredevil. 2, this old style is not my favorite at all. It's actually quite ugly looking to me. Even though I understand the appeal that this sort of style might have, it doesn't work for me. And I just didn't feel like even bothering to read it at the time. I was trying to just get through these issues, and at this point I'd been through quite a few issues that I didn't like, so I just kind of wanted to finish it quickly. And those are my thoughts on these books here. Let me kind of show you them one more time. So we have the Marvel Must-Haves, Spider-Man. This is the August issue. If you go to your local comic book shop, they should probably still have some of these, you know, here and there. But it depends on how much traffic you get through that store. Here's the Trick or Treat edition for Fantastic Four. It's called the Dinosaur Fantastic Four. Then you have Spider-Boy, the Webless Wonder. And then you have the December issue of Marvel Must-Haves, which features the Hulk. So there you go. Those are my thoughts here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any, comic book issues this week. Which one was your favorite? Which one was your least favorite? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and see you guys later.